Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Cure for the Common Game. Good news, we are back on my computer. I love it. Uh, I appreciate the wife for letting me borrow hers for these last, I don't know, 30 or 40 videos or so, but apparently mine has decided to like the internet again. But anyway, we're coming back with Grimgrin, the Corpseborn. Now, this is going to look remarkably a lot like the Scarab God deck, because, hey, let's blue-black zombies. Um, yeah, that's pretty much where we're at. So let's start with our blue-black zombies. Now, obviously, I have got the Scarab God in there. It is all that sticking. Grimgrin is in a larger sleeve there. By the way, one ring to rule them all. But we'll just set him over here to the side. Got the Scarab God in there just because we are playing zombies, and why not? I had an extra Scarab God. The champion cycle of zombies: the Death Baron, Risen Executioner, Lord of the Undead, War Chief, Cemetery Reaper, and of course the two uncommon guys with the Captain and the Lord. So, I mean, that's quite a bit for just, Lord level. I don't have the Zombie Master in here. Not kind of a thing. I don't have an Urborg in here either, so I'm not, exactly missing that synergy. I mean, I am missing it, but I don't have half and not the other half. I just don't have either one of them. But I think making unblockable zombies is not always a have-to thing. So let's get to the zombies. A lot of these are just Zombie Matters cards or things that make other tokens. Crypt Breaker and the Diagraph Ghoul. Now, because of the General's ability, it does make things like the Dread Wanderer all the more valuable. And yes, there is a way that, there's a build for Grimgrin that has nothing to do with tribal zombies, that has everything to do with like the skeleton and things that you can repeatedly bring back and sack over and over again. And that's an awesome deck. Don't get me wrong. It's awesome. And you pretty much just one-shot people with a huge Grimgrin. And that works. But this was the direction that I went. Because I tried to get as much items, as many cards that say when a zombie, or things that just, for each zombie. So that's because it's all about the horde. The prized amalgam works when it works great with the one or two zombies I've got that actually come back. The Vengeful Dead, the Undead Alchemist. You gotta have a Gravedigger, I actually tried not to put a Gravedigger in the deck, and I was like, why? It's a Gravedigger. Lich, the soulless one, going with, of course, the Gem Palm Polluter. I have a buddy of mine who has played hardcore zombie EDH since EDH was a thing. We started, I don't know, 12, 13 years ago, but it was, and he has killed many, many people with Gem Palm Incinerator. And to be honest with you, I never knew what it cost. In my mind, it was 2 mana to kill target player. Corpse Harvester, Noxious Ghoul. Now, this guy, Nefashu, I don't know how you say it, but it's really not bad. I mean, it just hoses those little token decks. Bone Knitter. Shepherd of Rot. See, Shepherd of Rot, each player loses 1 life for each zombie played. Now, this is going to make things go quick because it hits you too. But, it's zombies. As long as everybody dies, we're all good. We just want to be the last one to die. And blue-black zombies does gives us some things like the Haven Gold Lich. It also gives us things like Rooftop Storm, because let's face it, that's card number 1 in the deck. I looked at Grimgrin, I decided we were going tribal zombies, and I'm like, well, Rooftop Storm, here we come. Now for our mana, I do have actually quite a bit in the deck Border Post, Monument, Signet, Vault, Cameo. I'm running a lot of the specific mana ones because I've got blue in the deck. Now, but there's way more black than blue, and I don't want to get stuck having a handful of islands and, or a board full of islands and a handful of zombies that are all black. So try to use as much mana fixing as absolutely possible. It's blue-black, so there's quite a bit of overlap in the dual land area. I'm forgetting zombies here. The Possessed Scab, the Dread Slayer. And then there are cards that you just naturally think about when you think about zombies. I mean, it's hard to have a zombie deck without Endless Ranks of the Dead, the Zombie Apocalypse, Army of the Damned, Feeding Frenzy. By the way, I love me some Feeding Frenzy. It's just about a 3-mana kill target creature. Cruel Revival, Call to the Grave. So those are just absolute, zombie-ish type cards here. Now, we're going to get into things like Silumgar's Command. Really like it. You do get to counter their board wipe. Bounce a permanent. Destroy target planeswalker. It's pretty stuff. I'm telling you. Animate Dead. Things are going to die, and Animate Dead is about the cheapest way in the world to bring them back. It actually is real close to Shallow Grave, but Diabolic Tutor and Diabolic Revelation, because late game, you'd rather draw Diabolic Revelation because, and yeah, you can funnel all the mana into it, and that's all you're doing this turn. But let's face it, if you untap with it, with this hand of tutored cards, it's a beautiful thing. Pull from Tomorrow and Stroke of Genius is going to be our card draw. Diabolic Vision. I like Diabolic Vision. About the only thing better than Diabolic Vision is Limdul's Vault. But the problem is Limdul's Vault was an uncommon out of Alliances, period, end of story. I believe it actually got the treatment when Cold Snap came back. I think it may have been one of the chosen ones to get that little reprint deal in the starter decks, but Diabolic Vision is pretty good. I mean, it's a one-shot top. Super top 5 cards. Put them back, ruining all the surprise. Yeah, whatever. I do have some boots. And last but not least, of course, we have the good old-fashioned counterspell. Because no, stop that. Is you gotta have, and yes, I am only running one. There is some room in the deck. I could run more. However, I just like the good old-fashioned counterspell. It is 2 blue. Arcane Denial would probably be better. It would certainly be easier to cast. But I don't think I'll have a problem with just the 2 blue. Anyway, I do appreciate you watching. Y'all let me know what you think. It's when I'm recording this, we are just past Thanksgiving, Black Friday, that whole weekend, and yeah, it's been an interesting watch here the past couple of days, but I think I'm gonna finish this one, and because now I am to the point where I am actually having to. I think Grimgrin here is the last deck I've had actually built. Now I've got to finish building any of these, 30 or 40 partial decks that I have. So, looks like from here on out it's going to be new stuff. Or, well, new decks. But I do appreciate you watching. But right now, I think we're going to shuffle and cut.